Hello, good morning to you. Time now for business. Barclays Bank has indicated it is working to acquire another financial institution this year. According to the bank, the move has been influenced by plans to grow the bank rather meeting the regulatory requirements. Patience Achiano is managing director of Barclays Bank.
The branch change is not expected to directly impact employees, so we don't expect any restructuring as a direct consequence of this branch change. However, to position ourselves to be able to deliver on our new strategy, we'll constantly be reviewing our operating model and we'll take the right decisions.
There's talk about restructuring, and you explained earlier on at a press conference that you're looking forward to anyone that shares in your view, your vision, and attributes and philosophy and your belief as well. So are we talking about possible acquisition?
Indeed, we are. And very much a part of what we're focusing on in Ghana here for 2018 is looking out for the right targets to acquire.
What has influenced? Is it more of a recapitalization move, or you want to be very strong in the country?
No, it's the need to grow. And we are exploring both organic and inorganic means.
So if I share in your philosophy and I make the proposal to you, you're going to take me on board?
If you have the right capabilities, yes.
What are the possible timelines that you're looking at?
As I mentioned to you, it's a focus for us this year. So immediately.
I see, very immediate then.
Yes, and it's very dependent on finding the right targets to acquire.
And away from that, the country is close to catching the Dutch disease if rigorous policies are not instituted to grow the agric sector. Thus, the warning coming from the World Bank after launching the third Ghana Economic Update. Bismarck Hausa has more in this report.
The launch brought together players from the business, finance and agricultural sectors of the economy to deliberate on some issues. According to the report, the agricultural sector has seen its contribution to the economy decline significantly since 2010, an indication that Ghana might be close to the disease, which often leads to the total collapse of the sector. According to the program lead at the World Bank, Errol Graham, government must quickly put in place the required policies to avoid this disease.
This could be the result of a number of factors. One clear case we see is that the share of industry is rising and the share of services is also rising. And so that's crowding out the share of agriculture. It's a question we're asking because we don't see it happening yet, but it could happen. And so what the report is doing is raising awareness to the potential for that to happen, for action to be taken before it happens. And one of the things which could be done, which the government is actually doing, is focusing more on the agricultural sector.
Mr. Graham is also urging government to do more by way of value addition to the cocoa industry, which is a key subsector to the agricultural sector.
The important thing in the cocoa sector is to, one, raise the level of productivity in the sector. Two, after that, is to really try to get more value added from the sector. So if we're talking about cocoa beans, that's a small part of the sector in terms of value added. Where the value added is really in terms of the final chocolate product and so on. And there may be yet unfound, product from cocoa that may be important for the pharmaceutical industry or for the food industry.
The report also reveals that wage bills continue to be a driver of high expenditures, which makes reprioritization of public expenditure cumbersome. An economist from the World Bank, Kwabena Jan Kwache, explained why a lot more attention must be given to this area.
Well, there's a saying that wages are sticky downwards. So, in a sense, I wouldn't say government should cut, but then usually the share of GDP, there's a mechanism of reducing the share of wage to GDP, and does not necessarily mean reducing people's salaries. For example, if there are leakages, then government have to make it a point to fix them. If for example, we have more people being employed every year for not really structural form of employment, then we need to look at. So that's the reason, for example, there is a moratorium on employment for some time now, except for some needed or exceptional sectors.
The launch of the third Ghana Economic Update was under the theme, Agriculture as an Engine of Growth and Jobs Creation. Bismarck Awusa, Joy Business.
And that's business for now. My name is Emmanuel Apuachi. We have a good morning.